We at freedomtruthseekers.com have done a number of programs about 2012. And now that we're in 2011, we're going to give you an update about 2012. And the title of this video is, If Not the End, Then What? Is 2012 the end? Well, we're going to be talking about this on our series of broadcasts beginning February the 4th, 2011. We're going to go for 2 weeks with a 20-hour or so loop and talking about 2012 and what can we expect. Is it the end? So many people do think it's the end. The Mayan calendar and 14 others talk about this as being an end time, that things are going to end. And what do they mean? They think the world is going to end. Well, the answer is no. The world is not going to end. Even the age is not going to end. Jesus is coming back, but 2012 is the beginning of the end. Something will happen on December the 21st, 2012, that happens only every 26,000 years. The Earth will be aligned with the core of our galaxy, quite a dark area. And the ancients believed this event would open the doorway or a doorway to another dimension of hell. Heading into a black zone of space goes right along with some of the amazing prophecies. Yes, I said prophecies of Job. There are not many people that understand that Job is not just any old book. It is an old book, one of the oldest in the Bible, but it's a book of prophecy. It's a book that goes back in time and forward in time. And what Job spoke as a righteous man, because he was declared a righteous man by Jesus, what he spoke sets the stage for what's going to happen in this end time, and also for a time of darkness. Job spoke in chapter 3 of his book about a time of darkness in the last days, and so did Jesus. Job said in Job chapter 3, in the original Hebrew, when we understand it properly, he said in verse 4, "May that day be darkness, not cared for by God, nor having the light shine on it. Darkness, black gloom, claim it. A cloud settles on it." Now remember that at the time of Noah, there were a lot of clouds for 40 days and 40 nights, so there was darkness. And God says, as in the time of Noah, so it will be in the time of the Son of Man, the coming of Jesus. So 2012, this blackness, this time of entering into a center part of the galaxy is very significant, because it is also symbolic of the darkness that we're entering into in December of 2012. And by the way, that is the winter solstice, so it's a very dark time. So this thick blackness, Job said, would settle, and the blackness on the day would terrify it. These verses prophesy several times of darkness throughout history. Now, Isaiah prophesies a time of great darkness in these last days. Chapter 60, verse 2 of Isaiah says, "Behold, darkness will cover the earth, and deep darkness the peoples." The darkness at the end will be a spiritual darkness, and in some cases, quite physical. You don't have to be affected, you and your family, by this darkness to come. We saw this example even recently about abortion, because people don't realize that abortion was basically instituted in the United States of America legally 40 years ago. And 40 is the time when God says it's a judgment of man. 40 is judgment of man. And we have to face the consequences of our actions. There are consequences of what we did 40 years ago. And as we saw in Philadelphia very recently, we only get excited and get dramatic when an abortionist does things illegally and begins to kill people and kill even live babies that have come out of the womb, and even kill some of the people involved. So this shocks us, but it doesn't shock us when a baby is murdered in the womb. But it does affect God, and it is against His law when we shed innocent blood. So 2012 is the end of 40 years of having shed innocent blood. And God is allowing judgment to come upon us because of this. And this dark time will be Satan bringing it in. Now, you and your family do not have to be part of that darkness. God says in Isaiah, he adds what he spoke of in the first few verses. He says, yes, it'll be a time of darkness, but the light of Jesus will shine upon you, meaning the believers. If you are a believer and you want to be a true believer, you can know that you and your family can be safe in this time of darkness, and also you can be a light to others. Because Jesus calls us the light of the world, and He says, I'm coming back. That's the message. That is the gospel of the kingdom of God. Jesus, the light of the world, is coming back to end the dark time that begins in a big way December the 21st, 2012. And you and your family, if you learn to get close to the light, if you know who Jesus is and you meet him when he calls you to meet him on the day that he says to meet him, you can be that light of the world, and you and your family can be protected. So buy and read Bible Code Broken, the truth about the Christian Sabbath. It is available on our website, www.freedomtruthseekers.com. That's freedomtruthseekers.com. So you don't have to dwell in the darkness, and you do not have to be afraid of the dark time coming in 2012. It is not the end. It is the beginning of the end, and Jesus is very soon coming back. The light of the world will shine throughout the whole world, and the world will have peace, and that is good news.